Unpack your outdoor shoes because binge watching the hottest series may not be on the cards this weekend. Eskom's warned that we may be in for a dark weekend. Stage 2 power cuts are set to continue at 9 o'clock tonight. This comes as Eskom battles to replenish emergency generation reserves. The blackouts are expected to continue until 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. The embattled power utilities breakdowns amount to nearly 15,000 megawatts, while planned maintenance is over 5,000 megawatts. New Johannesburg Mayor Mpho Moerane is today signing a private power purchase agreement for the city to help keep the lights on. Kelvin Power Station was initially owned and developed by Johannesburg's council in the 1950s until it was sold to investors in 2001. It was immediately backed by a 20-year purchase agreement, which is now being renewed. Kelvin is the country's only independent coal power producer. Nkosazana Dambuza is there for us. Nkosazana, what does the signing of this agreement or this event today say about Johannesburg's strategy when it comes to power going forward?
Well, today we'll see the signing of a power purchase agreement between the city of Joburg and the Kelvin Power Station, which is a privately owned company. As you said there, it was initially owned and operated by the city of Joburg in the 1950s when it was built, before it was sold to private investors in 2001. So since then, the city of Joburg has had a 20-year contract with the power station to produce a continued power supply. As you said there, Eskom has been very unreliable and unpredictable over the past few years, which ultimately hinders the growth of the city and its ability to attract investors, to sustain businesses and to create jobs. But for more on this, I'm joined by the acting CEO of City Power, Nancy Maluleka. Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. Can we just get a sense of what this agreement today means for the ordinary Johannesburg residents in terms of keeping the lights on?
Okay, thank you. Today's sign-off is a significant moment for the residents of Johannesburg. We are increasing or retaining the power supply with about 180 megawatts, which is 10% of our generation capacity for our residents of Johannesburg. The affected customers are in the northeastern suburbs, which covers the areas in Lombardy, Kew, Alexandra, and also in Houghton. And that means for those customers, we are ensuring continuity of supply and security of supply for the next 2 years.
And is the City Power exploring other sources of power?
Yes, City Power has an energy mix strategy that is currently also at a feasibility study, and we are going to roll out that within this current quarter for us to fast-track the energy mix diversity between the fossil fuel, which is the coal-supplied base fuel, and the green renewable energy technologies.
And then also, we know that City Power is working hard to assist Eskom in terms of keeping the lights on in Soweto. Can we talk more on that?
Okay, so as City Power, we are partnering with Eskom, especially in the Soweto area, where we are assisting Eskom in terms of ensuring that we've got the equipment, specifically mini-subs, that we are going to borrow Eskom through an agreement and ensure that we can switch back the lights on for the Soweto residents, especially in the area in Rockville, Shawela, and the executive mayor and the honorable premier are going to go this afternoon together with the City Power and the Eskom employees.
Thank you so much. That was the acting CEO of City Power, Nancy Maluleka. As you can hear there, so the extension of this agreement for another 2 to 3 years essentially means that City Power will be able to provide a constant power supply for the residents of Johannesburg.
Good news for the residents of Johannesburg. Thank you so much. That was ENCA's Nkosazana Dambuza. Still ahead here